Welcome everyone to our webcast series featuring Cinco's newly announced Board of Advisors. Our advisors will leverage their valuable industry experience to support Cinco's continued growth as a leader in land management services for the energy industry. My name is Camille Nichols, and I'm the president of Cinco Energy Management Group. Today, I am pleased to be joined by Ms. Julie Jenkins for a short Q&A session addressing the value created by land professionals and technology in the land business. First, I'd like to give you some background about our guest today. Ms. Jenkins has over 35 years experience as a land and regulatory executive and entrepreneur. She has worked for several oil and gas exploration and production companies, from small privately owned firms to multinational super majors, including Amoco, which is now BP, and Kerr-McGee. She has a wealth of experience drafting and negotiating a wide variety of oil and gas agreements. Most recently, Julie served as Vice President of Land and Regulatory at High Point Resources, where she led multiple disciplines, including business development, operations and surface land, lease records, permitting, regulatory, and compliance functions. Prior to joining High Point, she was a land manager for Noble Energy for 9 years, leading at times teams of over 50 people. Julie holds a Bachelor of Science in Petroleum Land Management from Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge and is a certified professional landman. She has served on the AAPL's board of directors and currently serves on the board of directors for Western Colorado University's Energy Management Program. Julie, welcome and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Cammie. Pleased to be here.
As both an industry observer and someone who has been on several E&P leadership teams, the first question I'd like to ask is, why is it so important to have an experienced land professional on a management team?
So I believe that an experienced land professional brings some unique skill sets to the team that are not typically possessed by the other disciplines. I think one, they provide the team with the expertise and the deep knowledge of leases and other operating contracts, which enables them to proactively identify onerous and restrictive obligations and constraints in the agreements that could significantly inhibit the company's ability to execute their drill schedule as planned. And helps them to avoid potentially costly restrictions or delays, which could significantly impact the company's bottom line. Two, they possess excellent negotiation skills, which ensures that they enter into agreements that are the most fair and favorable for the company, and ensuring that the company can execute their strategy as efficiently and cost effectively as possible. They have established good relationships with key people within the regulatory bodies and government agencies, which help in expediting permit review and approval. They have relationships with their partners, which helps expedite AFE review and approval. Relationships with the landowners and the community at large, which ensures that the company maintains its social license to operate. I have personally witnessed management teams discover, to their surprise, the significant value and perspective that a good landman can add to the team that they didn't even realize that they were lacking.
Those are all fantastic points and very, very well said. Thank you so much, Julie. So the second question that I'd like to address is about building a successful team, and specifically, when hiring a landman to manage your asset, what qualities and experiences would you look for?
So, when I'm hiring a landman, of course, I'm looking for someone with all the standard skills, someone who's a hard worker, has a positive attitude, who's a strategic thinker with good leadership skills, and with varied experience in different basins. And also experience in the different aspects of land work, title review, contract preparation and negotiation skills. But really, over and above all of that, I look for people who have a relentless desire to learn and to grow every single day. Our business is rapidly evolving with new technologies, new regulatory frameworks, new mandates from the public regarding ESG. So I think it's critical to have a team that can keep up with the rapid changes and that is willing to grind every day to maintain their edge. If you don't, you're sure to be left behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Good landmen sometimes feel like somewhat of a unicorn to find, but um, certainly it takes a lot to keep up in our industry as fast as things are moving these days.
Absolutely.
So the last thing I want to talk about is technology and something that I know you're passionate about. How do you think technology will change the land business?
Yes, I believe that technology will profoundly change virtually every business. I don't know if you're familiar with Moore's Law, which states that we experience a doubling of computer processing speed and a 30% reduction of costs every 18 months. This exponential rate of growth and cost reduction manifests itself in virtually every business process. I'm aware of a couple of technologies that are currently developing in the land arena. Specifically, AI and machine learning are being used to compile and analyze lease and contract provisions, which are saving a considerable amount of time and reducing the need for as much manual lease data analysis. Another technology that I think is being developed right now, blockchain technology, which is the technology that powers Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It's currently being used to create a highly secure record of land ownership, and it will virtually eventually eliminate the need for title searches altogether. Although we're probably a long way away from having all counties in the US on the blockchain, I'm aware of actually 2 counties in Wyoming, and also Cook County, which is Chicago, Illinois, are currently working on pilot projects for their land records. Mm-hmm. So, these technologies and probably many others that I haven't even heard of will inevitably reduce the need for as many landmen and thus reduce G&A land costs and increase efficiencies. Nevertheless, I feel very strongly that there is and will continue to be a strong need for a talented land staff that has the more soft skills that they're so good at, that are essential to any organization, like negotiation, data analysis, and strategic land planning and execution.
Absolutely. Yeah, I certainly can't wait to see how those technologies continue to unfold.
Absolutely.
Julie, that is my third and final question. Thank you so much for your time and insight today. And thank you to everyone joining us today. If our audience,
thank you, Camille.
You're welcome. If our audience has any questions for Julie, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or you may reach out to Julie in the provided link. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.